Sure enough, the watchmaker is the third nameless. Even I could guess that one.
The legacy he left behind was a dream bubble. I believe inside that bubble, there's something that holds meaning only. After all, when I checked its contents, I found nothing inside. Maybe some Trailblaze runes? Even...
Well, let's have a look.
Wait, what's going on? Seriously? There's... How could a dream bubble be empty?
Just as I suspected. That old man always had this strange belief in the Nameless and the Trailblaze. And I never understood where he got that confidence from. I could never figure out what was going on in that old man's head. That mischievous old man. Well, I didn't expect him to leave anything
Don't think that's the case, Gallagher. I'm sure Mikhail has left us the most precious thing of all.
Don't start getting all philosophical on me, all right?
Just as Mikhail believes in the nameless of the future, we unconditionally believe in the nameless of the past. There must be something contained in this dream bubble. It's just we haven't figured...
Well, I'm a follower of the Enigmata. My philosophy forbids me to have faith in any. That's why I understand what faith means in the path of Trailblaze. And I also want to know what he left behind. I'll leave it to you guys.
Can I borrow your pet? I need to make a trip back to Golden Hour and check something at the Dreamscape sales store. It's for Mikhail, and for the future of Penacony.
Welcome to the Reverie Hotel. How may I help you?
Greetings. We're the Nameless from the Astral Express, and we'd like to check in.
The Astral Express? But I thought...
Yes, my companion's already checked in. My name is Dan Hung, and I believe my personal information is recorded in your system.
I see, but your companion said you wouldn't be coming due to a change of plans.
Now the plans have changed again.
And you...
Me? I'm Pom Pom, a new Nameless who's also with the Astral Express.
He's my fellow Trailblazer. We responded to the family's invitation before he boarded the Express.
Oh, I see. Another one of the Nameless had a similar situation. Since there's a precedent, it shouldn't be a problem. Just give me a second to contact your companions. I'm sorry, dear guests, but it seems I'm unable to reach the other members of the Astral...
What do you mean by unable to reach them?
My apologies. This is the first time I've encountered a situation like this. However, the system indicates that those guests are still in the...
How about this? Give me their room number, and we'll go check on them ourselves.
I'm afraid that's not possible. I need to verify both of your identities before I can share any guest info.
How about you just wake up someone? Let's say...
I'm sorry, but there are strict rules regarding forced awakening. It cannot be done without the proper clearance.
So nothing works, huh? What's your solution then? Are you saying we sleep here?
Please be patient. We need to contact your companions in order to confirm your identities.
And now it seems you need to confirm our identities before you can contact our companion.
It seems so.
Oh, fudge! Look, nothing personal, but if you can't handle this, go find someone else who can.
Please calm down, dear guests. I do recall that Mr. Sunday, the Oak family head...
I don't think she's trying to give us a hard time. She really just doesn't know what to do.
I have a bad feeling about this. You tried to contact them on the Express early.
Something doesn't seem right. I need to leave for a moment.
Sure thing. Just don't keep me waiting forever. Don Hung seems pretty worried about his companions. I should give him some space. Stressing out about it won't help anything.
The Charmony Festival is about to start. I'm so...
Hey! You guys here for the Charmony Festival too?
Well, I didn't come all the way here specially for the festival. Honestly.
Well, back in my homeworld, Anaria, we have festivals like that.
Oh, come on. The Charmony Festival is a once-in-an-Amber Era event.
Well, you never know, right? Maybe on her world. Anyway, let's forget about that. Have you heard about the,
Unsettling things? What could possibly go wrong?
Relax. With a big event like this, there's bound to be lots of gossip and rumors.
Oh, that's a relief. Well, looks like I won't get any fudging clues out of these two. Locked and loaded.
Greetings. I'm Cody of the Bloodhound family, head of security for the hotel. How may I assist you?
Hello. So, there's something I wanted to ask about. I've been hearing some unsettling rumors about certain incidents that might affect the Charmony Festival. Do you think there's anything to be worried about? I've traveled all the way from the Hawaii Federation, and I don't want my trip to be ruined.
What do you mean?
Wait. You haven't heard?
I'm not sure where you heard those rumors, but they're completely baseless. I can assure you, as a representative of the Bloodhound family, that everything is going smoothly for the Charmony Festival. At present, all of the families are focused on making sure the festival starts on time. Even the Dream Master himself has arrived.
That's a relief. She doesn't appear to be acting. So, it seems that even the hotel staff are out of the loop. Back already?
Hasn't she returned yet?
Nope. I'm starting to... Neither the staff nor the guests seem to know anything about what's happening in the dreamscape and wherever...
I agree. Another unusual thing is that the Oak family is supposed to be in charge of I walked around the hotel, but didn't meet a single member of the Oak family. On such...
Well, I'll be forked. If I remember correctly, the head of the Oak family is that Sunday.
We shouldn't linger here too long.
Not so fast. Have you ever robbed the IPC, bro? If you run away now, everyone...
Are you suggesting we sit here and do nothing?
I wouldn't say do nothing. But let's stay put for now. Even if the family has ulterior motives, they don't want to attract unwanted attention from certain outsiders, so...
If I were a family member, I'd find an official excuse and keep the surprise factors here.
Of course, we don't need to walk into their trap. I gave a backup plan to the memo keeper.
A secret signal.
That's right.
Oh, a concrete object can indeed help the memo keeper establish a connection with you.
I'm sorry, but it's one of my quirks. I have too many unreliable friends. And if I reveal that I have backup plans, things can...
How do we get into the VIP lounge?
This is where my street smarts come into play. You're the lobby manager.
Yes, I am. How may I assist you?
We're the Nameless from the Astral Express. We wanted to check in, but there's something wrong with your system. The lady at the front desk said she would contact the manager, but we've been waiting here forever without any food or water. What the fork, man?
Is this your idea of street smarts?
It's called standing up for your rights.
I apologize for the inconvenience. Please wait while we try to contact Mr. Sunday. I'll arrange 2 premium seats in the...
See? Just like that.
Just don't call yourself nameless next.
Wow, this bar's something else. Certainly worthy of the planet of festivities.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Hey, I have an order for a bottle of Hasdana's White Oak.
Hasdana's White Oak. I think there might be a misunderstanding.
Oh, no way.
If someone had reserved such a beverage, I would definitely remember it. It sells for hundreds of thousands of credits per bottle after...
That's strange. Well, could it be that the memo keeper couldn't afford it?
Then what should we do now?
No need to rush. Let's grab some drinks first. Let's see what kind of juice malts you want.
Wow, that's the most expensive one on the list.
It's on the hat.
What can I get for you?
Anything you recommend is...
Then I would recommend today's special, Glass Village. It's classic Soul Glad mixed with Laboom juice. It's...
This flavor. Dynamite barbecue with rocket fuel. Ooh!
Dynamite barbecue with rocket fuel. Is that really something that humans enjoy?
Hey, this guy doesn't know anything at all.
As long as you're satisfied, dear guests.
Let's give the memo keeper another half system hour. If she doesn't show up, we'll need to cut.
The situation is unclear. Something must have happened on the planet of festivities, but the public is unaware of it. Someone in a position of power within the family must be. It's unusual for the followers of the Harmony to invite other factions, let alone the IPC and the Masked Fools.
Actually, there's something else I'm concerned about. Regarding Acheron, as you know, the faction that follows the path of the Hunt are some of the most dangerous folks in the cosmos to mess with. Isn't there a saying among the Xianzhou people that the Rainbow Sect lets their Lux arrow do all the beating?
Talking. Do all the talking.
Well, you know what I mean. Even though the Galaxy Rangers have been out of sight for years, we've been keeping an eye on this region. But that Acheron lady, she doesn't seem like a lunatic at all. On the contrary, she's highly logical and organized.
And you believe that someone like her would have an ulterior motive for impersonating a Galaxy Ranger?
I'm not entirely sure, but I do have my suspicions.
Anyway, what worries me more are the anomalies within the family. They've summoned followers from various paths, unless the invitations weren't sent by them. If that's the case...
Maybe it's Shipei the Harmony pulling the strings. You find it beyond human that people do stupid things out of irrational impulses. They abandon their principles but eons don't. They stick to their determined path and never turn.
You think Shipei's will is behind all this?
It may not necessarily be Shipei. There's definitely some higher entity involved. It's much simpler when you boil it down to the eons and paths.
But in my opinion, Akavili's fall holds significance for the Nameless.
Oh, so you're saying the Nameless now have to take responsibility for their own choices because they're
Exactly. I believe the purpose of the journey isn't just about following a path it's more about doing your best to choose the right path for you.
I don't know what you've been through, But I agree that people must take responsibility. That's why the Galaxy Rangers need to uncover the imposter and figure out her true intentions. Just in case. I have a backup plan if the Memo Keeper doesn't show up.
You sure have a lot of cards up your sleeve.
Well, going back to my old career would make... By the way, when you were walking around the hotel, did you happen to see any...
What's your plan?
It's simple. We just grab some hostages and use them as bargaining chips with the family.
No need for that. We'll return to the Express now.
Wait. Are you getting scared? Draw your weapon. Let's make a big scene.
Are you leaving, esteemed guests? Would you like to cancel that as Donna's White Oak you just ordered?
Huh? As Donna's White Oak?
Ha ha. Looks like you are a bit intoxicated, esteemed guests.
Looks like your Memo Keeper friend has finally...
Oh, right. Sorry, my memory's not the best. You know, I'll be waiting for you on the Astral Express.
No mistake. That's her message to you. She knew the hotel wasn't safe.
Well, looks like we took a detour, but now it's back to the Astral Express. So...
You're back? Two guests just boarded saying they were looking for Boot Hill, so I told them to wait in the parlor car.
Oh, just in time.
2 guests?
Yeah, or 2. Look, we welcome all passengers on the Astral Express, but sneaking in like that, you have no regard for etiquette.
My apologies, conductor. It was an oversight on my part. I assumed you were already acquainted with the garden. Given the chaotic situation in Penacony,
You are the Memo Keeper.
Pleased to meet you, Dan Hung. I've seen you in others' memories. And as for Boot Hill, this is our first face-to-face meeting.
Finally, Memo Keeper. Well, let's cut to the chase. Spill everything you know.
That's precisely what I intend to do. But before that, please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Black Swan, and I serve the Garden of Recollection as a Memo Keeper. As I'm sure she knows it better than I do.
Greetings. I'm Acheron.
What? You Garden of Recollection shirtbag! You betrayed me!
I apologize, but she did that at my request. Due to certain reasons, I have been exiled by the family. Thankfully, this Memo Keeper came to my aid and helped me escape their surveillance unnoticed.
To be honest, it was more like stalking than helping. And
I asked her to guide me to a place beyond the family's reach and to contact a few trustworthy individuals, namely all of you.
Trustworthy? Son of a nice lady. You think I'm dumb or something? How about this? I'll put a few bullet holes in your head and see what secrets spill out. Then, we can talk about trust.
It doesn't have to be like that. I'm willing to answer all your questions, but not right now. If my cover hadn't been blown, we might have had more time, but at the moment, we don't have any other options.
No other options? What do you mean?
This is the only way I can ensure everyone's safety. I kindly request an immediate warp jump out of the Astana Star.
This passenger is requesting...
As far as I can tell, she's not a threat, and seems to be telling the truth.
I've briefly traveled with your companions and know their whereabouts, Dan Hung. Please rest assured, your nameless companions are safe, but they... As for Boot Hill, you may have guessed. I've been waiting for you. Galaxy Rangers are known for their elusive nature and limited contact with each other. So this was the only way I could reach out to you. Only by doing this can I find a true Galaxy Ranger and fulfill a long-standing promise. To return his relics to their rightful owner. Someone once told me that every rainfall is like a gift. Raindrops are said to be the tears of the gods, shed in response to the sorrows of the world. Their constant pouring is a reminder that the gods sow. How long has this rain been going on for?
I used to believe, just like you, that it would eventually stop. Years. And looks like the god you mentioned doesn't exist after all. Well, let me share a story of mortals who walk the paths are like sailors on a vast ocean, leaving behind a trail, and for some, their presence leaves...
It's like those shadows on the ocean.
Sin-thirsters, the obsessions of the Pathstriders. They emerge from the nihility and head toward it, leading purple were once my dear companions. A group of galaxy rangers.
Are you watching over them?
Watching over them? No. It was a brutal war. A crusade that shook the universe. The unwavering determination of the Hunt followers persists even in death. As for me, I've suffered too many losses on that battlefield to advance.
But you know, these sin-thirsters, they're not...
Does this seem pointless? Will some tasks have to be done, even...
I can help you.
For what?
For the meaning of the nihility. That's what I've been seeking.
I see. After all, this realm is off limits to ordinary soul. Thank you, stranger. I wish that you find what you...
Before we part ways, I have one more question. It is true that their actions and even their entire lives may seem pointless, if this is what the departed ones expected.
A good question. And a profound one. What I do know is that one day, someone will stand at my grave.
When I appeared as a child, as I grew into adulthood, I left.
I humbly request your blessings, esteemed advocate of Shipe.
Come to me, my kinship. I have sought their presence with us.
As you wish. I have faithfully served the Alfalfa family for nearly a decade, promoting the path of the harmony to the best of my ability. However, I made a mistake out of laziness. I lied and claimed that everything was ready. Although the head has dismissed me as punishment.
Do you sincerely repent and vow to change your ways?
Yes.
Have you examined your soul?
Oh.
Are you willing to accept the process of it? Very well. Show your dedication and goodwill to the family.
Oh, praise Shipe. And thank you, esteemed advocate.
Next, please step forward.
I wholeheartedly confess to you.
Rest assured, I have implored their presence to be with us.
Oh, great. You know, I arrived in Penacony as a stowaway.
I see.
My children were starving. and I hoped they'd have a chance at survival if they became slaves here. If I can strike it rich here, I'll lift them out of that situation and give them the life they deserve. But the Bloodhound family got wind of it. They're on my tail, hunting me down.
The family is ready to forgive all sinners. I'll ask the Bloodhound family to cease their pursuit.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Next, please step forward.
Hey! Long time no see, Mr. Sunday. The most esteemed individual in Penacony, and the next leader of the Oak family, right?
I have sought their presence with us. Let us...
Sure. Let's just get this over with. I have sinned. Please forgive me. That's it. Nothing more. Can we wrap this up?
Do you seek to atone for your sins?
My sins? Starting to sound like a saint, huh? You think nobody knows what your precious family has done? About the Watchmaker? Before you start spouting off your holy verses, answer me this. Where does the power of the Oak family come from? Well, I've spent enough time in confession today to enter the Harmony's paradise, right?
Oh, revered triple-faced soul, who can judge the strong when their power hides their crimes? Who can vouch for the weak when they will pay any price to survive? Who can comfort the purest souls when even they get led astray? If the strong defending the weak is truly the foundation of paradise, then who is responsible for the suffering and anguish in this wretched world?
Brother? Brother, are you all right?
I'm fine. I've been working long hours, and I just made a trip to Dreamflux Reef and back.
You've been working non-stop on the Charmony Festival, Mr. Sunday, and no one could have predicted this incident.
No need to worry about troubling anyone. The Charmony Festival was meant to spread joy and harmony across the cosmos.
It has always been our wish to make everyone happy, even if the negotiation does not go smoothly. I'll refuse to go on stage.
I'm relieved to see your determination. You know, since arriving in Penacony, we haven't had any contact with this Dream Master himself.
The Dream Master rarely grants an audience, even for us. But, given the urgency...
Perhaps you'll be the first guest to meet the Dream Master in years, Miss...
Let's hope we can reach a consensus that satisfies...
Indeed. Let us hope so.
It's about time. We'll have to get ready for the meeting.
Don't worry. I'll be waiting here.
Oh, dear. It's Mr. Sunday! Hey! Come over here! Oh, Mr. Sunday. Hey there! Okay, see the moon in the sky? It's about the size of the cap on my... If I just reached out my hand, I could grab the moon!
The moon? You mean the grand
Yeah. Look at me. I've been away from home for too long. But it's no big deal. The Grand Theater here looks much better than the moon back home. They told me not to sell everything I had just to come to Penacony.
Selling everything you had? Why?
Why? Can't you see? Life back home is miserable. It's better to be here at Penacony. No pain, no worries about tomorrow, just sweet dreams.
Is this truly living?
Huh? What did you say, young lady?
Oh, it's nothing, sir. You see, the traffic on Glock's Avenue can be dangerous.
Oh, yeah, that's a great idea. Wow,
No wonder you were the leader of this sweet dream. See you around, Mr. Sunday, and,
What's up, sister?
This is the land of the dreams. The man we ran into, he doesn't seem happy at all. Even though sweet dreams are nice, they're just illusions. But for him...
I suppose you have a point. But, in my...
Why do you say that?
You think that man is not actually living. But that's not quite accurate. Even without Penacony, people believe they have a predetermined value to fulfill. Gaining value means gaining power. However, value doesn't come out of thin air. And there's a limit to it. To accumulate value...
Are you suggesting that this is not how things
Exactly. But, ironically, people don't think there's anything wrong with it. The survival of the fittest. That's where all the tragedies in the world... No tragedies exist here. Only happiness. Although, in its nascent form, isn't...
Perhaps that man is just an exception. Let's not jump to conclusions.
Yes. Seeing is believing. I'll accompany you.
Shelby, glad to meet you again, Robin. How are the preparations for the Charmony Festival coming along?
It's going smoothly. Thanks for making the trip to join the festival.
You're too kind, Robin. It's a pleasure to have guests from all over the universe celebrating day and night. I can't stand being lonely or bored, so this jubilant dreamscape is perfect.
But if this went on forever, would it get boring too?
Nah, not at all. Who would get tired of having every day you get to wear fancy clothes, explore all sorts of dream bubbles, and...
But you know that only a few things can be brought back from the dreamscape to reality, right?
That's exactly why I don't plan on bringing anything back. Just enjoying the dream itself is good enough for me. Only in this sweet dream can I truly feel like I'm in control of my life.
I see. I genuinely wish you...
And I wish you a fantastic performance, Robin!
Seems like that guest's perspective didn't resonate with you either.
She had a valid point. And I could sense her genuine happiness.
What you're trying to say is, she thinks she's in control of her life.
Well, she did make mention of being able to afford a...
However, the paradise in our dreams...
No. And the paradise we yearn for... shouldn't be just... The scenery in this dreamscape is truly breathtaking, isn't it?
Oh, Robin. Can't believe I'm meeting you in person here. You're right. Even though time stands still in this dreamscape, it always feels fresh.
A philosophical mind. I hope I'm not in...
Oh, not at all. No. With little time left, I yearn for meaningful conversations.
It's my pleasure. No need to be formal. Just speak your mind. You said, with little time left.
Yeah. I was part of a war, and while escaping from the Sarkosian mothership, And then, all my comrades died, and my hometown was wiped out by neutron bombardments.
How heart-wrenching. I hope the family has been able to help you.
They have, and I'm truly grateful for that. They provided me with a comfortable room. Most of my physical body is now in the dream pool, sustained by life support. My true appearance... I hope you never have...
So, you'll be living forever in this dreamscape. Right?
Just being able to live at all is good enough for me. My world has been torn apart, and my life could end any second. So, even if this whole plan... Now
That old man's story. It's so tragic. Fortunately.
That's precisely why this sweet dream in Penacony exists.
However, even this sweet dream has its limitations. While it provides solace...
There will be a way out. Penacony is already on the...
Look what we have here. A lovely young lady. Wait, is that me? Brother, what a surprise to see you again.
Show yourself. Your trick won't work on us.
I've heard that a skilled mass fool received an invitation too. That must be you, right?
Barely. The people here are way too gullible. A little bait is all it takes for them to bite. And they run away at the slightest hint of danger.
Now that you've had your fill, it'd be wise to leave before it's too late. The music of the harmony doesn't tolerate discord.
What? Now that you have the real Robin, I'm useless? Oh, how disheartening. I've done so much for the family. You should be thanking me, because if it weren't for me cleaning up this mess...
That was a personal request from the head of the Iris family, and it has nothing to do with us.
The Charmony Festival? You think you can scare me? I don't care what you're thinking, chicken wing boy. But I'm pretty sure lovely Robin won't be appearing on stage. Penacony, the land of the dreams. Is this truly the paradise?
Stop it.
What's the rush, chicken wing boy?
Our paradise is none of your concern, masked fool. Leave now, or the family won't tolerate.
All right. I'll go. Do you really believe those living in dreams can escape pain? Well, I've done my part. And now I'm simply waiting for the fireworks to... Here, the last 2 gifts for both of you. And don't lose them, and it'll be thrilling.
I heard a raven cawing in the distance. It seems the Dream Master will arrive soon. Let's wait here for the Dream Master.
Okay. By the way, brother, I heard you no longer have a sweet tooth. Seems like a lot has changed during my absence.
Well, someone has to stay awake even in this sweet dream.
But that someone doesn't have to be you, or anyone in particular. The paradise in our dreams. It shouldn't be like this. Penacony is nothing more than a dream. It can't erase the worries.
Remember the old man we met earlier? Without this dream, he might have completely lost himself.
That might be true, but that path may have been more ordinary and challenging. And now, he is receiving hospice care in a comatose state, and his fate is sealed. Is Penacony granting these people a future? Or is it taking it away from them?
Well, don't forget this. Not everyone really has a future. The future for humanity is like the sky for birds. Do you remember how we took in that little Charmony dove when we were young?
Yeah. We took care of it. Provided food and water, groomed its feathers. And later...
Well, I didn't mention what happened to it in my letters, because I didn't want to upset you. Shortly after you left, it crashed to its death right in front of your window.
I had surmised as much. I knew you wouldn't have avoided mentioning the bird for no reason. Despite Despite that unfortunate outcome, I still believe it was the right decision. Birds aren't meant to spend their lives in cages. They belong in the sky, even if they can't fly.
But here's the thing. If there are birds in this world that can never fly, can we really assert that they belong in the sky?
Are you implying that the same goes for humans too?
Let's take the Astral Express as an example. The Nameless made tremendous efforts to bridge worlds, gaining fame across the universe. However, only a few extraordinary individuals can endure such a... That's because the pursuit of the Trailblaze exceeds the capabilities of ordinary humans. Otherwise, why would this path be filled with broken rails, an abandoned express, and even a fallen eon?
That's just sophistry. If that were true, then only the powerful would have...
Unfortunately, that's exactly what happens. Another name for the future is self-value. While this world has its fair share of heroes who inspire people and garner admiration for their heroic deeds, the majority of ordinary people, well, some are born weak and vulnerable. Some find themselves trapped in unfortunate circumstances. Some fall victim to malice and cowardice. When it comes to survival, everyone is equal.
That's why we should care for the weak and support them as if their suffering were our own.
While the Harmony holds noble aspirations, the strong will always be strong, and the weak will always be weak. Even in this carefree dream. In the end, if people can't even secure their own survival, they won't care about the illusory future of equality. As long as the law of survival of the fittest prevails.
But if people don't live for the future, do they merely exist for survival? If even you, my brother...
People often forget that when the first bird took flight, the entire world envisioned a future where no more fledglings would ever crash to their death.
Are you reading, sister?
Mr. Gopherwood gave me a picture book. It's about the story. If I could become a chord master, I'd like to summon Dominicus, the harmonious choir.
I see. Then I would summon the harmonious choir too.
Don't you have a wish of your...
Of course I do. It's just that...
Then let's build a stage there and invite everyone to our performance.
It's a deal then.
Yeah, it's a deal.
Maybe you'll...
You're back sooner than I thought. Any results?
Yes. And now, it's up to us to forge ahead.
Since he's already carried out his last wish, my final mission is complete. But pardon me if I sound curt. It's good to have determination. The path Mikhail left for you is not an easy one to tread. Why else would he have chosen to sleep in solitude? But you have the numbers. And in numbers comes strength.
Got any more encouraging words?
As I see it, relying on Welt's negotiations alone is far from enough. Regardless of whether the other party will be compliant, Penacony is our rival's home turf. And we already have very few chips left to play. We're more familiar with the Stellaron's properties than most. And since it's the key...
That's right. As long as we pose a threat to the Stellaron, either with words or otherwise, we have a chance at gaining the upper hand. But the problem is, on the eve of the Charmony Festival opening, how exactly are we going to get close to the theater? So, no one's gonna say anything? What's that supposed to mean? You'd better believe it. So, I heard that before the Charmony Festival begins, there'll be a pageant to kick off the festival. As long as we clinch the top spot, we'll be able to attain the title of Festive Superstar.
So, how do we go about participating in these festivity auditions?
I've already procured special invite tickets from Miss Robin's fan club. To tell you the truth, I had been preparing to join the auditions all along.
So they're still running this thing, huh? It was originally just a publicity stunt.
We'll follow Marge's plan. Mr. Gallagher, will you?
I'm afraid I won't have the time. As a virtual character, I've already completed my final mission.
Should we ever cross paths again? I'd love for you to visit the Express.
All right. I'll have to add to that data bank of yours you've got on the Express.
And Miss Firefly, we thank you for all your support. We're faced with a formidable enemy.
We've already come this far together. I'd like to join you for the rest of your journey on Penacony. I'm pleased that we can finally fight shoulder to shoulder.
This is also the spirit of the Trailblaze. Now, everyone, let's prepare to move out.
Oh, wow! They've really outdone themselves!
Behold! Here come 4 friends with spirit high and full of steel!
Is he talking about us?
Yes, you! There's no doubt about it, I see!
Excuse me, you 4! What are you hoping to get out of all this?
As the last group of contestants, how confident are you in overcoming all of it?
Would you be open to a brief exclusive interview with us?
Your journey is long and fraught with peril, yet under a sky blanketed by
The sword and rose! Protect the beauty!
A knight's head is hard as steel. Brotherland's focus is stuck.
People are pouring in. Kinda feels like all sorts of baddies are showing.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, make way. Make... Coming towards us now is one of Penacony's top 10... Allow me to introduce myself. I'm the director of Soulglad's factory.
Hello, everybody. I'm Himiko, a nameless from the Astral Express.
Don't you guys need to hide your identities?
Can't hide it anyways. Penacony is plastered with our posters. Hello, everyone! I'm March 7th. I'm an ordinary girl who loves adventure.
Hello, everyone. I'm Firefly. I am also an ordinary girl who enjoys adventures.
So it's a bunch of nameless guests. This final face-off is bound to be spectacular. Grab a bottle of Soulglad and make your dreams. Presentation of that time known as the era filled with boundless possibilities.